Hey guys, welcome back to the second episode of the High Performance Guide. So thank you for watching the first one, the introduction. Thanks for the comments and the feedback. It's great that some of you really got the journey about going from being in this place of chaos, frustration and anxiety, and how we can slowly, through high performance, become more controlled, have more progression and more clarity. So if you wasn't aware, my name is James Bourman. So I'm a former Royal Marine Commando, and now I'm helping serve men, helping them improve in their performance in everyday life, whether it's their career, whether it's their relationships, whether it's their health or personal development. I've written these two books, two best-selling books, It's a State of Mind and Remember the Mission. And these two books have helped lots and lots of guys get to the place where they want to be in life and give them the tools and the strategies, which is what we're going to go through right now. So we're going to look at how do we master a mindset for high performance, okay? I think that this here is a real crucial step to getting the right frame of mind to taking us from this place where we perform at an average level over and over again to here where we perform as an elite operator, okay? Performing at a level of control with performance and clarity. So when we look at mindset, I think about three key things, and it's basically the attitude towards ourselves. So it's the attitude that we have in terms of the story that we tell ourselves, in terms of the narrative that we keep telling ourselves. It's the belief system that we have about where we are in life, whether we're willing to take responsibility, whether we're prepared to confront the man in the mirror, whether we believe we're good enough to change and make a transformation. Okay, and then it's your own thoughts about who you are. What do you stand for? What are your values? What are your characteristics? And it's those thoughts that you have about you. And that mindset is really, really important. And it really boils down to two different types of mindset. And you might have heard these before, but I'm going to go through them real quick with you. The first one is a fixed mindset, which very much puts us in this category of the average operator. And then we've got kind of like this growth mentality that puts us in this elite operator. So let's just quickly go through some of the characteristics of both. So the fixed one, we've got a couple of abilities and traits, and we often think that they're quite inherent. Okay, they're embedded within us, and we can never really get out of that mindset. We give up when we're challenged. So when it gets hard, when we get distracted, when we see something else or something else takes our energy or our time or our focus, we then get drawn away, or we just give up because it gets difficult. So a classic example of this is at the start of the year. People are all up for New Year's Eve. They're ready to go out. They're ready to change their lives. They're going to start going to the gym once New Year's out the way. And then they start and they last 2-3 weeks. Why? Because they get distracted, they have this fixed mentality, chaos reigns in, frustration takes over, and anxiety prevails. They have this self-doubt and low self-esteem about themselves. So they kind of go through lives and they believe the story that they tell themselves, they believe the narrative that they tell themselves. So if we constantly keep saying, oh, we're not good enough, we're not getting any wins, we're not moving where we want to be, that's kind of like how we feel, and that's kind of like pain and suffering that we're carrying around with. That's what we're trying to get away from, okay? And we're trying to move towards this place. Now, a growth mindset is somebody who believes that skills and abilities can be developed. So you believe that actually I can get myself out of this situation, okay? And I can develop the skills and I can develop the mindset and the attitude to make the changes necessary. And that is a difficult breakthrough for many people because they feel that they can't do it because of reason A, reason B, reason C. There's always an excuse, there's always a reason, right? But a growth mentality, we want to go and develop those skills and abilities. Okay, they become resilient and persistent in achieving their goals. So what do they want out of life? Where's the passion? Where's the drive? Where's the rocket fuel? And they become resilient to making sure that nothing gets in the way of them achieving those goals. Open to learning, okay, so they're willing to learn. So if you're watching this, then you're in a growth state, okay? It might only be for a couple of minutes, but you're in this growth mentality of, I want to learn, I want to know how I can perform at a higher level, I want to know how I achieve this, I want to know how I become a better husband, how I lose 14 pounds, how I thrive in my business or my career. Be willing to take risks, okay? And I don't mean risks that are going to make you lose your mortgage, but you're willing to go, I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to take a leap of faith here. I'm going to put my courage and conviction in this person or in that direction and see what happens. I'm willing to fail. I'm open and vulnerable to failing so that I can learn and grow, and I'm willing to be the open book. Okay, embrace challenges. So anything that comes along, we're like, okay, this is what's happened. This is how we're going to get to where, it's how we're going to get ourselves out of it and how we're going to get to where we need to be. Okay, we have a higher self-confidence through the process. So we go through that process and we build that confidence. Man, I'm building momentum, I'm building confidence. I might actually be able to do this, okay? And then handling setbacks much better. So when you get punched in the face or we hit a barrier or we hit a wall, we kind of analyze it, okay? We put it into perspective and we can handle it better emotionally. That's where the control comes from. That's how we progress and that's how we clarity. Can you see how this links directly to this? So let's just look at 4 strategies that we can use to cultivate the growth mindset, because obviously that's going to move us in a direction we want to go. Okay, so we can embrace challenges. Okay, so we can look to embrace challenges more, getting out of our comfort zone more, doing things that maybe we don't necessarily always do. We can learn from failure, and actually if we put ourselves on the line by embracing challenges, we're going to be confronted with failure more. We want to fail more. Through that failure we find the wins, we gain experience, we learn, we become wiser, and it moves us forwards, not backwards. We move backwards when we don't show up. We focus on effort, okay? We don't always have to worry about ability. Put the work in, do the work, do what you said you was going to do, learn as you go, grow as you move, grow through the process as we call it. And then emphasize yet. Okay, that means that's the narrative that you're trying to get into. I haven't done it yet. I haven't got to that place yet. I'm not going to achieve it, or I can't do it. That's negative, that's fixed. Growth is like, nope, I haven't got around to that yet. I'm going to do that. And it's more of a positive thing that's going to move us in the right direction. So I have an exercise for you to help you with your self-limiting beliefs, to help you push this growth mindset. So right here, what I want you to do is write down a huge goal on a piece of paper in the middle of it, something that you would love to achieve, whether it's a marathon, whether it's a new job, whether it's a side hustle. And then I want you to write why you haven't achieved it yet. Brainstorm this, write down everything. Why are the reasons have you not attained this goal yet? I then want you to identify limiting beliefs that have stopped you from achieving this goal. Okay, so write all of them down. What are all of those things? Then I want you to brainstorm how to challenge each one of those self-limiting beliefs. Like, how do you overcome each one? Okay, physically do it. It will really help you to be able to understand how to overcome that. Choose one limiting belief to overcome, and I want you to commit about how you're going to overcome it. I want you to put a deadline on it. I want you to put a little plan on it, and I want you to go for it all in, right? So what is that self-limiting belief that's stopping you from achieving that goal? How are you going to attack it and by when? Okay, and then I want you to let me know in the comments how you feel about doing this exercise, and you can share your outcome here with me in the comments below, or what you thought on this video. So when we go into the next one, we're going to talk about building physical health and strength for high performance. Okay, because if we're going to perform at a high level, we need to be physically, mentally, and emotionally strong. Okay, so I will look forward to seeing you in the 3rd video in a couple of days. Catch you soon.